The Governor's Office of Workforce Development in Georgia was created in 2006 to link workforce and education assets together in the state and align them with economic development at the local, regional, and state level. The linking of education and workforce development is really a way of us managing talent in Georgia, talent development. And we're doing that to look where we see the state growing. So we've got to make sure that we are moving all Georgians to a more knowledge-based workforce, understanding that technology being integrated in every aspect of work is requiring a greater skill level of our workforce. When Governor Perdue took office, one of the first issues he tackled was workforce development. Businesses were asking the governor, where am I going to get my skilled workforce? How am I going to get people that are going to show up in time, the people that I need to help my business be successful? With that, the governor created our office, the Governor's Office of Workforce Development, to really find a way to be able to close the skills gap, be able to make sure that businesses had the workers that they needed. When the governor created our office, he hired me to be the director. And the governor charged me with ensuring to find a way to identify the skills gap in Georgia and eliminate it. And so I looked around to see what tools might be available and what other states were doing. And we looked at ACT WorkKeys. We looked at a certificate that could help us understand the foundation skill level of Georgia's workforce. And we also needed a way of being able to understand what skill levels were needed to do the jobs. And we're doing that with job profiling. So through matching work-ready certificates and job profiling together, we're not only be able to identify the skills gap, but we're eliminating it. And the great thing of what we're doing is it's all technology driven. Both the certificate, the job profiling, and then of course the analysis that we do is all being done through technology, through a statewide service delivery system. So now we can measure the skills gap in Georgia, but that's not good enough. We have to eliminate it. And so we have skills gap training that we deliver via the internet through every Georgian. Every Georgian can access this at no cost. And our ability to help them move their skill level up is helping us shrink the skills gap in Georgia. And within the last year alone, we have closed the skill gap by 14 percentage points. And our goal is to eliminate it by 2009.
The Global Resource Group is a solution provider. It's our job to analyze what problems companies are facing, including our own and our sister companies, and come up with an expeditious way of using technology to solve their problems and actually make their jobs easier and more efficient. Our sister company, TriStar Investigations, had a unique problem, and that was information delivery. Information delivery to their customers quickly and fast. It was traditionally done by very much in-person contact, by mail, and by email. Very slow, very inefficient. They came to us with that problem and said, how can you use technology to make our jobs easier, faster, and deliver a better product to our clients? In coming up with a solution for this particular problem, the first thing we had to do is get a good grip on all the various entities that may be impacted by TriStar's business. And that included both the people who work for TriStar at both a ground level, the people out actually doing the investigation, as well as the management group who was responsible for assigning investigations and reporting information to the clients. But it didn't stop there. It had to go to be efficient, had to go to the end user. And we had to identify just, in fact, who TriStar's end user customers were. And that wasn't quite as simple as it appeared to be on its surface. The end user was frequently much greater than the individual who may have retained TriStar to do the investigation. And so the scope of how many people actually had to receive information and receive the information that they specifically needed to see without being bogged down with all the details grew exponentially in scope. We decided that the most efficient route to disseminate information was one that most people today are very comfortable with doing, and that was the internet. So we developed a web-based solution in order to accumulate the information as well as disseminate the information to the end users. What this allowed us to do was, within the TriStar organization itself, is to achieve approximately a 25% increase in the efficiency of the output of our product. In other words, billable hours, which is important to everybody. TriStar achieved at a minimum a 25% increase in their billable hours simply due to the quantity of time saved in inputting and transmitting information.
NPI is a spend management firm, and what that means is that we help our clients save money in the areas of technology and transportation, and we do that by benchmarking their prices against the marketplace, against their peers' pricing, and then we work with them, share with them best practices on how to streamline some of those costs. So the problem is that we were having mountains of data pour through our doors, an enormous amount, in the form of all these agreements, contracts, data stores, spreadsheets, and for our analysts to go through them and review them and analyze them and benchmark them. And we were having a challenge having the ability to organize it in a way that was usable. And so that was problem number one. The other challenge that we were trying to overcome was the way that our clients work with us. You know, we knew we needed to leverage the web more. We knew we needed to take advantage of some of the social networking components that are out there and available. And so it got us thinking, how could we maybe solve both problems together during one development project? And so we looked at different document management systems. We looked at different databases and worked with them closely to see what solution would fit best with them. That was the core, the base, the engine of what we needed to fix. We also wanted the client experience to be of the highest priority. We wanted them to work with us over the web in a way that was easy to figure out, easy to use, intuitive, and so we wanted to make sure that design and look and feel and just overall ergonomics was of the highest level. And so we went along a selection process to find consultants, agencies that could help us with that. And so what we have now, if you can picture this, we have a portal that our clients can go to, upload their transactions, view the status of their project, and it's all done real time as our team of analysts behind the scenes working directly in our document management engine can update the engagements and the projects, and that gets relayed back up to our clients, and they love it.